create account. It's really that simple. Then, once you've created your account, you'll simply click Sign In. And after you've signed in with your username and password, you'll be brought to a screen like this one. This is the dashboard or the home page of Kahoot. And there's a lot going on, so let me explain first what we see. Here on the left, these are the 4 different kinds of things that you can create. And they're all called a Kahoot. So a Kahoot can be a quiz, a jumble where students would put things in order, a discussion, or a survey. And we'll come back to those. Over here on the right is a view of all the different things that you've done so far. So here you can see I've created 2 Kahoots or quizzes in the past, and between them they had a total of 4 questions, and so on. If I wanted to, I could click here to view or download the results of those quizzes, etc. So let's get started by creating a quiz. That's probably the most likely thing that you'll use Kahoot for, but you can use it for any of these other 3 things as well. So to start, you just click Quiz, and the first thing you'll want to do is tell it what the title of your quiz is. And you can see here that the title can be up to 95 characters long. So you may have to get creative, and you can't be too wordy. So we'll just say, this is a test. Then you can type up to a 280 character description, and this would be simply a description of what the quiz is, who it's for, maybe what kinds of questions are involved, and so on. Next, below that, you'll select who it's visible to, the language, and who the audience is. And in this case, you'll more than likely want to select university. And here you see, if you've been in Kahoot only for a short time, it'll prompt you with certain help, tags for example, to help you get familiar with the different things Kahoot has to offer. If you want to ignore it, you can simply say, okay, I get it, and that'll go away. So here we'll select the audience that this is for, and we'll say university. Then below that, you have a couple of other options. If you're drawing from source material, you can credit your sources, and you can even include an intro video. This would be something like maybe some quick instructions to students. And then lastly, if you want to, you can upload or drag and drop a cover image that'll appear in the first few seconds when students view your quiz. Once you've got everything there looking the way you like it, you just click OK, Go. And again, it's prompting us, since we're beginners, if you want to, you can add an image or ignore it and move on to your quiz. So now that we've given our quiz a title, the next thing to do is to add questions. Of course, if I want to, I can click the little pencil icon and go back and edit what I've added so far, or I can click the purple plus sign here to begin adding questions. When I click that, it brings me into my first question. So here is the actual question text. And again, as you can see, you can only enter up to 95 characters. So this is one of the limitations of Kahoot. Even though it's totally free, you may have to get creative in the wording of your questions. If you're using NCLEX questions, for example, you may have to edit things down to fit the 95 character maximum. But here we'll just use an example. Then below that, you can select how long students will have to respond to this question, between 5 seconds and up to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Usually 30 seconds is about right, depending on how long you want to give students to think. Then you'll simply type in the various answers that are available. Next, you can click the check mark next to any number of answers to indicate that that is the correct answer. So for example, if I checked both yellow and red, either of those answers would count as a correct answer. And as you can see here, I can select up to 4 possible answers. This is one other limitation in Kahoot. You can't have more than 4 possible answers in a multiple choice question. Again, you can upload images or videos for each of your questions if you wish to. But then when you've got all the information entered in, you simply click Next. It shows you the question that you just added, and if you want to, you can click the plus sign to continue adding more and more questions. Then when you're done, you click Save, and here it's telling me that I've saved my quiz that I just created and it's published, and from here I can continue editing it, I can preview it, play it as if I were a student, or share it with other people.